character specialists, another set where we're not going to see any counter picks. I don't think you and I have had a single counter pick other than like DD being a little silly like all weekend.
We've been super locked.
I guess Vendetta, but he like always plays those two characters.
Exactly.
So nothing unexpected.
First blood already drawn by MuteAce. My goodness, 72%. We haven't even passed 10 seconds on the clock yet.
I'm starting to see why MuteAce has done so well in this matchup in recent history. We'll have to see if that continues, though. Ooh, the double turnip throw.
Ooh, good cross up there on the back air. Drag down up air? No, just gonna get the full double hit here. Still working super well. Tons of respect being given. Baited out the back air with the back having been faced towards the ledge. That was sick.
That's the Incineroar classic right there.
Yeah,
MuteAce is learning from the squad. You just stand there menacingly, wait for them to press a button, and you react.
Ooh, able to get a tech for that nair, but the regrab comes in hot off of the defensive option from MuteAce.
And MuteAce manages to get down. I do think that this stage is pretty good for MuteAce. Because yes, you've got those juggle options as Game & Watch, and you're going to be able to do a little more damage probably off of your combos, but just being able to land consistently as a floaty feels like a good trade-off.
Yeah, I agree.
And there you go. Like, MuteAce is just going to hold out there. He's going to recover to the ledge rather than having to deal with the platforms.
That's such a deep hitbox on that nair, too. That was ridiculously found.
Ooh, and the steel chair.
Oh, hesitation.
Nice.
Really good there to cancel the parasol just a little bit.
That's one of those ones that you know is coming, and there's still nothing you can do about it. It's just well executed from MuteAce.
MuteAce having a tough time getting out of this corner here, too. Maister's putting this under lock and key, finally able to maneuver through, but we might just be changing venue for this ledge trap.
MuteAce does not want to deal with that up smash. Instead, just floating in slowly, making it a little bit awkward for Maister to get any sort of follow-ups, right? Because that's the classic. You throw out like an up smash or a down smash, and then you immediately do something like an F tilt to cover the end lag.
Oh, turnip combo. Not really anything coming for it. That is uncharacteristic of MuteAce. Just a forward toss, and that's about it.
Like, okay. Keep it classic. Sometimes that'll like catch you off guard, right? Go for the reset because you don't expect that level one.
Ooh, the turn on forward smash not going to hit. Just the final hitbox on that back air coming in.
It was close, though.
It was really close. And I could have sealed it there, too. We had so much rage on the side of MuteAce. Maister 123 after the forward air hit, too. That is the difference rage can make.
Oh, the timing there just right from Maister. If he had dropped his shield a couple of frames sooner, he would have been dead. Speaking of those back airs, though, it may not have poked through the shield, but it does poke through the bacon as he's able to get Maister back into the corner and closes it out with the nair.
Ooh, looking for a nair. Forces out the jump. Really good air dodge timing, but Maister's really good at following up after the air dodge from the opponent with that grab.
Okay, up throw, up airs. This is where this stage pick really works out. Look at that. MuteAce is able to just float around the platforms, but great catch from Maister anyway.
Oh, bomb coverage there too. Maister in these ledge traps is where we found a lot of our money.
I love that side beat.
Yeah, that was nice. Side B's been coming out a lot more to get us back to stage.
It's the year of side B's. Ooh, that's where the combos start. That is a downside for Peach, of course. If they land on the platforms on this particular stage, that height is like just right to make it difficult to extend your combos.
Ooh, dash attack committed to MuteAce rolling onto stage. The lag from that Maister able to punish with another dash attack. Oh yeah, beat through that. The forward air coming down, able to get 2-for-1 special breakthrough forward air and find a hit onto Maister.
And MuteAce just floating right out of range, making it really hard for Maister to get that killing blow, but there he does. He drops a bomb on him. MuteAce going off the top. 48% lead here. That's not too much to worry about.
Up throw here too, big combos drifting off stage as you were saying, Lentini. That's where we need to go. MuteAce is happy to hang out in the air.
Yeah, that is no sweat off his back. Just more opportunities to float. Ooh, speaking of, he's trying to time that just right, but Maister keeps catching those landings. He's brought this all the way back, and a big part of that has been his ability to predict when MuteAce is going to land. Great catch on the up smash. That was terrifying for MuteAce, but he finds it anyway. We're in Turniptopia right now. MuteAce trying to find them. He only gets the one there. Now he gets another. That's a dot eyes. You better watch out. Okay, we're good. We're good.
Oh my goodness, the float cancel grab here. MuteAce resets the situation. Dot-Eye again.
Okay. We love RNG out here. Faust is smiling in his grave right now.
Just the forward toss here too. No turn up to work with. We are just keeping Maister locked up. Back air, catches it. Very well timed from MuteAce. So many players there get hit by the splash hitbox of down air landing from Game & Watch for MuteAce. Holds shield for the perfect amount of time.
Man, that started to get a little bit dicey at the end. It ends up working out, but MuteAce was struggling a little bit. I really like the floats in the beginning, but I feel like there wasn't enough of a mix-up, and that is where Maister started to come back, started to pick up the habits.
Yeah, absolutely. Down to the wire there, too. That game took a minute. That game took quite a long time to finish. I think it was somewhere in the 4.5, 5-minute range, too. So these players are definitely dancing around their threat ranges, as you were pointing out. MuteAce definitely doing a ton of that. And then Maister as well, too. Forced to air dodge, forced to kind of drift and float slowly back down around the huge area of effect that Peach has.
Maister going in at the beginning. Doesn't really get anything out of it. MuteAce actually manages to fire back, but showing maybe where his head is with how he wants to approach the matchup. He doesn't want to be at mid-range. He wants to box with that nair.
Ooh, forward air down. This is a much more even-footed start here for Maister at the very least. You know, MuteAce came off to such a crazy opening.
We just saw a 2024 to 2025 classic that has really been emerging in the meta. The reverse tomahawk jump.
Yes.
Facing away and then doing a pivot grab.
Oh, just a run-up raw grab there, too. Able to find it with Peach's move speed, too, is crazy. Really well spaced on the forward air, too. Just a straight toss on the turnip. Not going to find its hit. It's kind of hard to get away with, like, Z-drop stuff on Game & Watch because if you're floating above him, you're pretty much as good as dead.
Yeah, it's so scary. Even at 66%, Maister can do a lot off of that. And we saw how potent his up air trains are and how good he is at catching this floaty landing. Ooh, speaking of, this is an opportunity to do exactly that. And there you go. MuteAce tries to be sneaky and go through the platforms, and Maister was ready for it. And he's ready for it again.
That's what we were talking about. They just put each other in such bad situations for such a long time. MuteAce locking Maister up at ledge, and then Maister putting MuteAce in just like air jail.
Yeah. Usually it's shield jail, but this time, yeah, like, no, you're not landing.
Forward air coverage once again. It took us stocks in game one. Will find us a way to even up here in game two.
Ooh, this is where MuteAce thrives. When he has his ability to move like this, he gets so much more comfortable, and MuteAce struggles to deal with that air acceleration that Peach has.
Big floats here, too. When Maister's approaching with these aerials, he's not throwing out bacon or not throwing out projectiles. MuteAce is happy to go blow for blow. Throwing out those float cancel forward airs. Nothing really connecting from it. And then here we go, air jail.
Can you land MuteAce? That is the question of the day. And so far, the answer has been a pretty resounding no. Goes for the anti-air down smash. MuteAce punishing for it. Not a big punish, but great read on the landing. Both of them reading landing so well.
Nair down here. I love the drift back turnip toss. It's the first time we're really seeing one connect in any sort of way.
I can't believe he beat the startup of that down air. I thought for sure he was going to get hit.
Perfect spacing on the up air from MuteAce. Ooh, again, 2-for-1 special on that back air. Beats through forward air, usually an option. A lot of people are afraid of at ledge, not MuteAce.
All right, MuteAce. He's locked in. Using those down airs as well to pressure Maister's shield. We saw that in game number one as well. When Maister is in up smash mode, MuteAce floating diagonally next to him and just pressing that down air every once in a while has been a great disruptor to the kill option game plan.
Jump use here too, trying to find a side B back to the middle platform, reaching the highest height.
Ooh, a little off on the timing, but it makes sense. He wasn't quite able to get there in time. And now he's playing that option select. Am I going to throw a turnip at you? Am I going to hit you with a back air? Maister guessed right, and his reward is that he's got MuteAce in the corner. Unfortunately, he's not able to finish his food, and now MuteAce is doing the same to him.
Ooh, back air coverage, the drift away on down air, very smart. Maister can get such an easy punish on up B.
So good. And we've seen he can't overuse that bacon because MuteAce has ways to get through it. Things like that side B, things like that back air to break through, do the hitbox extensions you were talking about at the start of the set, and manage to get these kind of early kills on Maister when he thinks he's safe.
Forward air over just the up toss, yeah. Give us our coverage. Maister immediate uppy off of ledge 2. That's not something we had seen used all too often, but could be something new to the arsenal to get away from these, you know, crazy long ledge traps.
Yeah, you've got to mix that up, right? In the situation that you are with MuteAce, playing Incineroar in the corner, that's not a good sign for your stocks. But speaking of stocks, Maister got one there. He's keeping it even. Let's see, can he find one of those really high damage early combos to maybe start to even this up?
Ooh, down there finding its final hit. Maister sent high, not away, but any hit with serious ferocity going up or towards those side blast zones will do it.
Great angle from MuteAce, getting past the bacon by going in diagonally, using that float to decelerate himself to move downwards when you're not ready.
Ooh, missing the grab there, floated a little too closely
great
in.
timing.
But the dash tag from Maister gets scouted out and floated over and punished accordingly.
Great timing from Maister there on that forward air. It felt like there were just moments in that game, mostly in the neutral and in situations like that, where he just knew what Maister was going to do. He was in his head, finding those fade backs, finding those forward airs to close it out, the back airs to close it out, or even just the general openings to get pressure started by forcing Maister into the corner.
Game 3 again here. Again, it's been really close. Options these first 2 games have gone down to last stock, and they've done really good things to each other. Really big combos, really good extensions. But MuteAce, when it comes down to it in the final moments, seems to be able to pull it away.
Side note, as we're getting into what could be our last game here, just to keep y'all updated, Peanut just took it 3-1 over Cosmos. So that means our loser side, other than this, is locked in, and you may get your wish. You may be able to see Peanut taking this whole thing.
I'm saying it, man. There's so many good players primed for this top 8 too, and then either of these we see on our screen right now would be a welcome addition to it. This will be our final game of the night too, my friend.
Yes.
This is nice.
All eyes are on these guys right here. We see the viewership is starting to spike as people are filtering over. Thank y'all for joining us for Maister MuteAce. It is last game potentially here if MuteAce can close it out, but Maister has started to make a comeback in what has been a pretty even set history.
Oh, really good parry there too. Hit one a backer, able to land. Maister able to get the punish up just in time. Ooh, up air leads into so much there too. Not putting out any of the super strong hits.
If you miss up air, just do it again. When in doubt, double down.
Forward air has been the main crutch that Maister has had to rely on for finding stocks in this game. Back air has seldom come, to roost to find stocks.
Ooh, these falling up airs from MuteAce. Not quite able to find the starters. He's creating pressure though. He's forced Maister into the corner. And there's that nair on the platform. He keeps doing that. When he forces Maister into the corner, that nair becomes a more potent option to push him off stage. So you see him reading jumps out by throwing it out in that mid space in case Maister jumps in. That time, same thing, but it's a back air.
Yeah, huge catches, my friend, huge catches. Down air again, tried to drift away. Maister realizing that was a time to strike, but did not have the air drift enough to cover again.
Oh, a little bit of miscue for Maister. Accidentally sent it the wrong way.
Yeah, bacon for the fans.
Yeah. But that gives him opportunity.
Forward air again, Maister. Whenever we get MuteAce in the air, it is open season. Forward airs, up airs have been the main thing for tacking on damage.
This is the win con for Maister. It happens in slow-mo, but it is very consistent. Oh! Okay, where's those float options, MuteAce? That's how he was dealing with it before. Let's see if he can do more of the same. Goes for the reversal with the parasol. Gets away with it.
Forward air down, rage won't even be enough. Wow, I am shocked we are not killing there.
Yeah, Game & Watch is a pretty light boy. He has not eaten his Wheaties.
Playing the pyramid game here is Maister. We will be on these platforms.
Let's see if he can rise to the top of it.
Forward air down again as we drift away. Back air stalling out. All of this. Whenever it's Maister dropping bombs from overhead, that's been canceled out a lot of the time. But whenever we can catch MuteAce falling into a bomb from above, that's when we've gotten a lot of our money.
Yes. It's very difficult for MuteAce to optimize the positioning on those. One way he has been trying to break through it is with the back airs, but it's hard to get it just right. And Maister can often do that pretty safely in a way where MuteAce doesn't have an option to even go for it.
Right.
Oh, there's that up air starter.
Wasn't able to land on that platform there, too. There was some sneaky options had we found another up air. Maybe some parasol shenanigans. Remains to be seen.
Ooh, miscue from MuteAce. Got to be careful. Gets away with it that time, but at 149, making little mistakes like that could be extremely costly.
Ooh, wanted to catch a roll in there on that forward air. Not going to be given to it, though. Slowly but surely, we are building our way back here. This rage is a factor through and through. My gosh.
Oh. Ooh, this is scary.
Spacing.
This is so scary for Maister. He got him so close to death, but in the end, he wasn't able to close it out. And look at what is that costing him. He's at 108 right now, but the counter misses, and the down tilt is going to take it.
Yeah, an option MuteAce definitely bet it all on there, at least for that stock.
Ooh.
But man, all the work we did in that second stock at such high percent, had to thread the needle so many times to not die.
Now the question is going to be asked, will the same thing happen the other way around, or can MuteAce get his kill quickly? Because if he can, this is an even game. If he can't, however, Maister easily walks away with it, and the answer is Bob the Builder. Can he build it? Yes, he can.
Ooh, finally going to find a bomb there in the air-to-ground situation. Seldom seen, and we seem to want to take it the distance. 56%, just off the little scrap that started it.
Man, so much damage happens so quickly at these low percents for both characters. So little, such a small deficit between them, especially like if MuteAce manages to live to 150 plus again, this damage means nothing, but that was way too close. Oh.
Oh, what a float cancel grab here to give me all this damage. Will we see a rerun of what we saw in that second stock? Oh my goodness.
This is where it starts. Those down airs. I feel like MuteAce's down air hit rate is so high.
Ooh, wants to catch the jump there so well. Edge guards galore come through, even if you're trying to retreat to the middle of the stage. Weird knockback on the turnip.
This is really scary. MuteAce sitting at that mid-range. It's so hard for Maister to get in, and the forward air scoops just the tip of the crown. Barely catches Maister, and that means MuteAce is going to move on to day 3. Loser's side, top 8. GG's.
What an incredible way to claw yourself back into that game. Maister with the best start of all 3 of them. But wow, what a way to stamp your ticket into that top 8 tomorrow. What a great way to round out our top 8 qualifier matches as well, too. Everything has been squared away. We have our 8 competitors lined up finally to see who can take home the MomoCon 2025 crown. It has been an absolute pleasure to bring you these matches, you guys. George, really good time. Anything you want to say, my friend?
Dude, it is always a pleasure to work with you.
Absolutely.
Thank you all for watching. Definitely check out VG Bootcamp tomorrow. They've got a whole bunch of stuff going on, and of course, Ultimate Top 8 is going to be there. Check out the sponsors that we talked about earlier. And you know what?